Alright guys, here we are with the Michael Beasley breakdown. First of all, welcome to the channel. I am Books Nelson with the At Me Bro Show, and we are going to go into a deep dive with this pink diamond Michael Beasley to find out if he is absolutely the real deal, if he's the truth. As you see in the title, I have seen some people call him just setting this up, or getting the link out. I've seen some people call him a reskinned Kevin Durant. Now, we know these cards that have been coming out are really juiced. We know they're really amazing, but that is very, very high praise because when Kevin Durant came out, he was regarded as the best card in the game. Let me just get these links out real quick. So does Beasley live up to that? Well, we're about to see. I'll get a little sneak preview there. Can't give a spoiler. All right, so first of all, we got to see what we're working with in terms of the shot and all that other stuff. So we see the three-point is a 92. It's not a 99. Easily, I mean, not that you need to fix it. A 92 is an excellent shot rating, particularly in this game mode. Mid-range is a 96, so he's an excellent three-point shooter, but you can definitely get that higher with the proper... am I still running D'Antoni? I think I'm running D'Antoni. But yeah, you can get that higher with the proper shoe, obviously. But 92 is fine. I wouldn't put a three-point shoe on this character. 99 dunk, which is insane. 99 driving layup and a 90 standing dunk. So this guy dunks like a true big. He's got an 86 ball control. Great post moves, actually. Not great, but really good post moves. I'll definitely say that. If you're running him a triple threat and you get a mismatch, you can probably go to town with his build from an attribute standpoint. We'll see if his animations hold up to that. His perimeter defense is a 90, which is incredible. His rebounding is very solid. The 84 defensive rebound is excellent. The 74 offensive rebound, not great. Could be worse, particularly for a person like me who's going to be playing him at the 3. 90 block, which is absolute insanity. And a 92 lateral quickness, which we're going to see this character model is pretty big. So that's also really, really fantastic. Smiles, what's up, what's up? And a 95 speed, which is outrageous. All right, so and the 84 strength, which is also really good. He's going to be able to defend on the interior, 90 vert. So he's basically elite in every single category. Let's see the badges real quick before we get into these animations. So Hall of Fame clamps. Outstanding, particularly on a big character model. Like, you can get away with gold clamps with these bigger characters, but he's got one of my favorite defensive badges, Chase Down Artist. He's just had a couple of my Park friends talking about just how great this badge is. Cannot stress it enough. I'm going to talk about it every single stream till everybody realizes how good it is. We all know how good Pogo Stick is. One of the best, worst badges in the game. Definitely an overpowered badge, allowing you to jump over and over and over again, not really play solid defense. He's got defensive leader, interceptor, and intimidator all on gold, pickpocket on gold, and post move lockdown. That's very, very important. This guy can really defend his position. And what makes this really strong, shout out to RCA the Great. Sir Jan, what's up, what's up? Shout out to RCA the Great. What he was doing when he's doing 12 and 0s, and everybody doesn't have Ben Simmons or Giannis or LeBron. And what he simply does is he just switches things around. And so what happens is the interior defense of these small forwards becomes very important because it gives you a lot of flexibility of switching around those mismatches. So him being such a good interior defender is a major factor for this card because you can still run point guards, smaller point guards in this game. No question, you can run small point guards in this game if the rest of your lineup gives you the switch flexibility to defend those top guards. You can either defend the 2 or the 3 with your point guard, right? And so he is able to do that. He's got Hall of Fame quick first step, space creator, downhill. So he's definitely a 99 speed when he's running down court. He's going to have basically a 99 speed with the ball as a ball handler off of the rebound, and he's a solid rebounder, so that's huge. Break starter handles for days. None of these are particularly important. Needle threat is great. Poke spin technician again in those mismatches, that's going to be huge. He doesn't have ankle breaker, so that's whatever. Ankle breaker, not a big deal. Pick and popper, this could actually be kind of a cheesy badge for him. Pick and popper, for his shot ratings, you're going to be able to do pick and pops really, really high and really kind of manipulate the pick and pop. And it's probably very hard to defend this character because he can catch it and go, or he can catch it and shoot. So having that on Hall of Fame might be one of the cheesiest things about this card for all of you guys out there running those offenses. And we see here he has gold quick draw and range extender, not Hall of Fame. Worth noting that it's not Hall of Fame. I'm pretty sure Durant has a Hall of Fame. So that comparison falls short there. And we see here just an elite finisher going to the basket. Absolutely elite finisher. All right, so let's get right to it. So we see the character model is a very respectable size. Very nice size character model. And so his shot, it's funny because his shot looks a little funky, but it's actually pretty easy to time, to be honest with you. It's when the ball is like right at its farthest point backwards and you release it on the dot at that far point backwards. Now that I'm streaming and talking to you guys, not greening as much, but trust me, I greened this like 10 times in a row. And it's a very easy shot to get used to because he kind of snaps to the release point. So you just have to, you know, get used to it. It's really easy. Very, very good shot. And then his hezzy jumper leads into that very, very well. And let's take a look at his leaners. And we'll look at his hot zones while we're here as well. So his lean is very straight up and down. Kind of funky. That's definitely not his game. You can tell by the animations that the leaner game is not really what he goes to. But the nice thing is because it's so straight up and down, it really is a traditional moving shot. Like the card very much is just going into his jumper, which is, we talked about this before. Those straight up and down leaners are good for catching the ball on the move and not having to set your feet with a dribble. So it's very, very strong as far as that goes. Not strong in terms of creating space with the leaner. All right, so let's look at these dribbles. Now, we've got some really, really good dribbles to look forward to, but we're going to go through the full court dribbles first to get these out of the way. Behind the back's not great. His between the legs is absolutely elite. Look at that between the legs. It's super fast. There's no pause before it happens. He goes right into that between the legs, super fast, and you can definitely combo out of it very, very easily. Let's look at his crossover. Out of the between the legs, the crossover looked pretty snappy. Yeah, he's got a fairly quick crossover. It's not the quickest, but it's smooth. And I can see, yeah, his double cross off the between the legs is very strong. That is a very strong dribble for Michael Beasley going up court. That's great because he pops out of it with a bit of a speed boost too. So he has some nice flexibility in the full court. Let's look at his in and out. Solid in and out. No complaints there. And we're going to look at those hezzy branches. You guys know how much I love those. So first we're going to do the right stick cross. Not a great combo into the right stick cross. Let's take another look at that. Okay, he went to the between the legs that time. I'm going to try it again. Make sure that wasn't user error. Sometimes they do like to go between the legs. Yes, he doesn't like to do the regular crossover off of the hezzy branches. There it is. So his right stick hezzy, I would say just do it with the left stick, because the between the legs when you're going forward like that is going to come out sometimes unless you press a little more forward. And the problem with the forward execution is it's going to give you another hesitation, which you want to avoid at all costs when you're moving quickly on the sticks. So there's really no reason to do the right stick crossover. You can just do it with the left stick, and it's going to be the same exact thing. And as you can see, his is absolutely elite. The guy's flying across the map. Like, he's just really moving across the court very quickly. As you can see, that's insane for this character. Smile says he has a catapult. Yes, he does. Vincent says he didn't love Beasley. Well, hopefully we can raise your affection for Michael Beasley here with this review, because I definitely think that he's pretty up there. All right, so let's look at the rest of his dribbles. His size up is not great for this style of character. If he were Thon Maker, I would think more highly of this, but I think for him, size up you kind of want to stay away from. But you don't need that because my man has the Pro 3 Hesitation Dribble. So we're going to see that this card has a few rare combinations, because most cards are either or with the Pro 3 Hesitation and the Killer Crossover. There are a few cards that get both, but a lot of them are either or. So you can see me switching sides here, and he also has the Steph Curry side switch where the ball teleports between the legs. He's got all of that. So this guy has all of the cheesy stuff around the perimeter. He's got every trick in the book as far as that goes. He really has his options to do whatever he wants, changing directions on the perimeter. So quite frankly, at his size, with his shooting ability, if he only had these things, he would be a very, very strong character. But he has more. So we're going to look at the more right now. So that's first and foremost, he has a Pro 3 Hezzy, and he has the Steph Curry side switch. What's up, Dragon Slayer? I'm just going to show that a little more. Look at how cheesy this is with this character model, man. So he can choose which direction to go at all times. All right. So now let's look at his half-court dribble, the rest of his half-court dribbles. So this is his momentum. Standard momentum. He doesn't have the super fast John Isaac, Michael Jordan one. He's got a regular kind of combo momentum. And he can't do the explosive behind the back. right? Because he's too tall. Now, some 6'9s can do it, but most 6'9 and 6'10s cannot do it. They'll go to the shooters behind the back. But that is not a problem with Michael Beasley because he has the killer. Did it behind the back by accident. He has the killer crossover. So, if you guys aren't familiar with my videos, just to help you out real quick, the killer crossover is a move where you can do momentum dribble and then go between the legs and explode out of it immediately, right? Like so. So at 6'9", Michael Beasley having that move is insane. And because he has such a good between the legs, what chances are you can, I haven't even tried this yet, but you can explode out of that and go right to the between the legs and switch over. And that's sick. Like, that is actually sick. Dragon Slayer, I actually have a breakdown of Amethyst Auto Porter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to timestamp the video. Maybe I'll take it out of the edit. But in my token reward breakdown, I did do Auto Porter. But he's good. He has some good dribbles, not an elite dribble package, but his shot is so strong that I think you can play him as a 3-AD card and get away with it. All right, and so Michael Beasley also has the elite step back. Not that many cards have the magical combination of the killer crossover dribbles, the elite step back, and the Pro 3 Hezi. So this, in my opinion, makes Michael Beasley an absolutely top-tier playmaking dribbling card. The only thing that could make him stronger is if he had the explosive behind the back. The explosive behind the back is really useful. When you come around the perimeter, it gives you another way to change directions, right? But he's not going to be able to do that because he has the pause there. But lucky for him, he literally has every other option to change directions. So it's not as big of a problem for Beasley because he can change direction 3 different ways, quite frankly. He can do it with the left stick Hezi. For him, it's a slow one. For some characters, that's the fastest they can do. But for Beasley, that's the slowest way to change direction is the left stick hesitation and then to turbo back the other way. But he has the curry between the legs to change direction, which is great because you can do it off of a very short dribble. You don't need to run too far. And he also has the Pro Hezi change direction. So let's see. So he's got the killer cross, which also means, and this is really strong for him, he has the normal explosive crossover. So the normal explosive crossover is basically you do his regular crossover, and when the ball goes into the hand, you explode forward with the crossover right away. And it's kind of in a 1-2 kind of rhythm. And it's a rhythm you definitely have to work on. And of course, before I start streaming, I did it like 10 times in a row easy. There it is, 1-2. And you see how quickly he launches out of that? It's off of a simple crossover. And the reason that's so strong is, there it is, boom, 1-2. Like it kind of in that rhythm, 1-2. And if you do, the reason that's so strong is there's no setup behind a screen. You can literally just be behind a screen, protecting yourself, and then 1-2 your way out of it and explode really, really fast. This is another alternative to the behind the back dribble, which is also good getting out of screens. For characters that can do it, you can be like holding protect dribble and explode with the behind the back or like directly out of that. But cards that don't have it, if he has something like that, the 1-2 to kind of get out of it immediately, that's also a very strong option. He can also go between the legs with it, which is another strong, simple escape dribble option from behind a screen. So again, this card really does have every tool available to him when it comes to penetrating off the dribble. And of course, because of the step back that he has, he also can combo his snatch back into his step back very well. As soon as you get a launch, snatch back, step back, green. So and then you know, he also has the ability to do that off the Hezi because of the step back. And you can green from that distance as well. So he really, like, honestly, Beasley literally has everything in the half court. Like, he can definitely create as well as any card in the half court if you master all of his tools. And he literally has every tool. He's a combination of Jimmy Butler and Dwayne Wade, just minus the explosive behind the back. That's the only thing, is that he doesn't have the explosive behind the back to, you know, make it much stronger. Well, it's not even much stronger. For him, it's not much stronger. For some cards, they need that. He definitely doesn't need that. So he also has the double cross. I should cover that real quick. So that's the double cross right there. You can explode out of that just as fast as you can from the killer crossover, as you see right there. Another option to explode out of. And because he has so many options to explode out of, this gives him deception. So he can cross over once. He can double crossover. He can do any of those dribbles into the what do you call it, into the snatch back, into the step back, or he can do it directly into the step back, right, depending on how close you are to the three-point line. So if you're on the three-point line right here, you can hit somebody with one of those moves, they back off you anticipating the drive, you can just step back and shoot on them. So he like literally has everything you could possibly want. Let's look at his shooters behind the back combo. So that's also really good for him. Like, he definitely is a monster. I see why people are so enamored. And I know people aren't doing all of these dribbles, but the card shot feels really amazing. And we're about to get into his layup and dunk packages as well. But however people are using him, this guy has access to virtually everything that you need in the game. So that's his behind the back combo. And we're going to get looking at his layups and dunks right now to wrap this up. But I definitely will say I do like the Beasley card. I might be parting ways with Rudy Gay. I really like that Rudy Gay card, and I don't want to get rid of him. But the small forward, power forward position is so stacked that it just doesn't make sense to hold on to that extra, 50 to 70k MT, whatever Rudy's going for. I'm just going to run through these layup animations, let you guys look at it. You can basically tell what I'm doing as I ramble on here. I'm doing cradles, euros, blah, blah, blah. You see what all of they are. He has a solid layup package, but he's such an elite dunker. I anticipate 90% of you are going to be trying to dunk on people every time you go to the basket, and we're about to see if that's the right thing to do. Noah the God asks, what do I think they will drop tomorrow? I guess I lean towards St. Patrick's Day stuff like everybody else, right? Because March Madness is dead. So there's that. Hey, 2K Gamer, shout out to you, man. All right, so let's look at this guy's dunk package real quick and see how strong he is in that direction. So this is his right hand. So we saw with RJ Barrett. Okay, so to preface, for those of you guys who are new to my videos, we discovered something about dunk packages, which is basically every dunker is not ambidextrous. Some people have a weak hand and a strong hand, meaning that in some dunk packages, if you go to the player's off hand, they will give you slower gathers. RJ Barrett, despite being a left-handed character, was a right-handed dunker. Michael Beasley is a left-handed shooter and a left-handed dunker. He does not appear to be ambidextrous at all. Dragon Slayer asks, have I done well, he's somewhat ambidextrous. If you take off from far away, he's such an elite dunker, he'll do very well. But I think once you're in the half court, you're going to get those gathers. Even though that's a good dunk, it's still a gather, and I'm anticipating that if I were to do the same thing with the left hand, there would be less gather. Yeah, and the ball went to his right hand and it still switched back to his left hand without a gather. And those gathers are what cause you to get blocked, right? So we see here he goes straight up, no gather whatsoever, completely smooth. So you're going to get gathers going to the right hand with Beasley sometimes. Not all the time, sometimes. It appears that he has very few to no gathers going to his left hand. I have not seen a single gather yet going to his left hand. We've seen some mild gathers going to his right hand, which puts him in the category of, see, there you go. There's a right hand gather again. I would say he's an elite dunker, but he's just shy of the best dunkers in the game in terms of his regular dunk package. But we're still going to look at his fancy. We're going to look at his power dunk, his forward dunk, and we're going to look at his hop step. Dragon Slayer asks, have I done a breakdown on Amethyst Aaron Baines? I have not, but if you guys want to see Amethyst Aaron Baines, let me know. Throw it up in the chat, throw it up in the comments if you're watching this video later. I'll be happy to do it. You guys know I'm happy to take requests as long as the card is reasonably within my budget. I will grab it, and I am sitting on about 500,000 MT right now, so most cards are in my budget. So if it's worth it, I'll definitely pick it up for you guys. All right, let's look at the rest of these hop dunks. He appears to have a fairly the cards that are super glitchy, they will hop dunk no matter what you do. You know who's like that, funny enough? Antoine Walker. I've brought him up a couple of times. I do think Walker is moving into the budget card area. I think Walker was legit for a little while, but these other small forwards, there's just so many of them. I think the card that really pushes Walker out is that Gerald Wallace. He's so cheap and so good that even Evo Walker it doesn't measure up. Okay, so my final verdict on Beasley's dunk package is basically he's a very good dunker. If this was a tier list, I'd say he's an A tier dunker. He's not an S tier dunker. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'll take an A tier dunker any day, particularly when they're also an A plus tier shooter and an S tier dribbler at his size. At his size, off the top of my head, I know Andrei Kirilenko has fairly elite dribbles, and Durant does. He's in that group. He might even be leading that group in terms of dribbles. At 6'9", he's definitely as good as it gets from a dribble standpoint. Like LeBron James can do the behind the back momentum dribble. He doesn't have the teleport. And I still would say Beasley is an overall better dribbler than LeBron. Even though I think LeBron is a better dribbler than people give him credit for, I definitely think that Beasley has the juice. All right, so I think that's going to wrap it up for Beasley. Just to give a little summary, he has the Pro 3 hezi to change directions. He has the Steph Curry change directions. He's got the, I don't know what to call these hesitations, but I'm just going to say the good one. He's got one of the good park hezis. He's got the killer crossover. I don't know why today I'm doing the behind the back by accident, but there you go. The killer crossover, which I really mess up, to be honest with you. He's got the double cross. 1, 2, which of course you can spam to, if you guys don't know that, you can do that over and over. You can spam that over and over. And he's also got the really powerful single crossover explosion. But that one is definitely going to take some practice. There we go. And you can explode out of that really fast. Like, you can either get a bad explosion, a good explosion, or like an elite explosion. But it definitely takes some practice, because there's a point where you have to do where you have to launch out of that to make it really fast. And I just recommend practicing it, because he has Hall of Fame quick first step. Who did I sell sitting on $500,000? Mostly Evo cards, to be honest with you. I haven't sold anybody of value like to my team. But yeah, mostly Evo cards. I have pretty much everybody else that I wanted. But alright guys, unless you had some questions or something you wanted to see, that's gonna... Oh, I'm sorry. I almost wrapped it up. I'm lying to you. I gotta check out his triple threat explosions. Those are becoming more and more a facet of my game. So I want to cover it more for you guys as well. So first we'll check out the spin. Pretty fast. Not Jimmy Butler fast. For some reason, Jimmy Butler is like a superhuman when it comes to exploding out of that triple threat. I don't know why, but Jimmy Butler's explosion just, to me, seems way faster. Beasley's is on the faster side as well. Not as fast as Jimmy's, but the next step down. So obviously very, very usable in that. So I'm going to check some of his other triple threat escapes real quick. And I'm just going to cycle through them. You know, go left, go right off of jab steps, and then we'll do one more triple threat explosion going to the same side to see what that looks like as well. But I do think, especially on these big characters with range extender, these triple threat escapes are very good, especially behind the screen. The character can catch it, and you're not going to worry about getting stripped as much. And you can really start the conversation and get people to back off you. That's his double jab, which is very nice. And then the behind the back, that's also really, really nice. Yeah, this card's a monster. Who would I sell? What would I sell fully Evo Drew for? Let me tell you something right now. You said packs are out? Okay, well, look at the packs before we get out of here, since we're streaming. If I could get rid of Drew for 40K, he's gone. I know there aren't that many up, but yeah, 40K is fully Evo Drew. I'm more than happy to take that MT at this point, because he's so outdated. I don't even know why people are paying that much for that card. So yeah, so that is going to be it for Michael Beasley. We're going to check on these packs real quick, see if there's anything we need to be looking out for. Oh my god, he explodes so fast out of the jab quick first step. That is insane. Hold on, we got to cover that. That is quick. That is very quick. All right, wow. Not as quick going to the other side, but obviously you can, if you're going to the other way, you have other options. But my god, going to the jab step side, you got to be careful with this card. That is too quick to guard, quite frankly. That is insane. And with his between the legs, you can combo that into his between the legs dribble for some real cheese. So we're going to take a look at that before we go. Oh my god, that is really nice. Oh, look at that. Guys, I think that is really solid with Michael Beasley. Like, seriously, you can... So I would recommend, in addition to all of the stuff that he can already do, explode off of this between the legs, hop step. That's a go-to combo I would use for Michael Beasley. Probably in any game mode, but definitely in triple threat is going to be really strong. But there's a lot of freelancers that are really good off of the catch on the wing or at the top. And for him, that would definitely be a go-to combo for me. Explode. I mean, honestly, you can do anything. But if they are struggling to guard you with that, explode between the legs dunk is going to be really strong for him with his dribble package. All right, that's going to wrap it up for Beasley. Let me check out, see if these packs are up. And we would definitely You said that might get Rudy Gay sold? Yeah, it might be it for Rudy, man. That might be it for Rudy. Because I can't do anything with Beasley, obviously, in terms of economically. And right now, there's nothing that I want to buy. So I'm just going to push to stack MT, man. Did Noah lie about packs being out? I feel like we got trolled. I ain't even going to lie. But it's nothing for me to check during the stream. Nothing for me to check during the stream. This is an informational stream. This is information. The information is either that packs are out or that Noah is trolling. We'll see which one is true. Noah's trolling. I hope you're proud of yourself, Noah. Everybody shame him. I'm kidding. But alright, that's going to wrap it up here. Yeah, there's nothing new in packs. Yeah, packs are the same. So you see there, I'm sitting on 43K just about in terms of what I have here, but I have a lot of Evo cards that are about to go. So I'm actually more close. I'm actually a lot closer to like probably 650K with my current, because I'm gonna sell Chambers, gonna sell Kenyon Martin, gonna sell. I'm actually really gonna be sad to watch Marc Gasol go. I'm not gonna lie. I love this card. I love the way this card plays, love the way this card feels, and I am really going to be sad to see him go. Yeah, going to sell Antoine Walker. You see his Evo's almost completely done. And Gasol only has points left, so that's just about me sitting down and going through the points at one point. This is an easy Evo, and Kenyon's got a little ways to go, so he's not going to go right away. Hopefully he still goes for a decent amount when he goes, but Chambers, Gasol, and Walker will be gone at some point this week. And altogether, even if their prices drop, they're still going to get me probably at least 100K. And I have a bunch of other, I got like Robert Pack and stuff that's still worth 5-6K. I'm sad you lose Kenyon too, man. I really like the way that card feels. I kind of want to play with him for a while at Pink Diamond. He plays the style of power forward that I really like. It's just hard because the power forward position is so super stacked in this game that you just can't really. Man, with Beasley here, oh my goodness. It is really tough because Giannis isn't even in this lineup right now, and I definitely always want to. Oh no, Giannis is on here. So who's not on here? Now I'm just doing a regular stream at this point. But that is going to wrap it up for the Michael Beasley thing. So I can always sub in Jonathan Isaac. I can throw on Aldridge. I actually really like this Ron Harper card. I don't know where I would play him, but I like the card a lot. Super elite dribbles for him. This Kareem is almost fully evoed, although obviously he's outdated at this point in terms of there's another Kareem. But I would still play him just to have an inside post-up center. I would definitely do that. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I feel like Jimmy and Rudy Gay, I feel like their time has definitely come. I hate to get rid of these cards too. I really like these cards, but it looks like it's about to happen. Who's the better Pink Diamond? LeBron. Wait, who's the better PD, or who's the better PG? I think LeBron is definitely still is like ridiculous. Like LeBron is a fantastic card, and quite honestly, I think most people don't know how to use LeBron, so they don't think so. He's better than people think that he is. Like they haven't really. They haven't really figured out how to play him, you know? Yeah, I gotta sell this Rudy Gay. Man, I like this Rudy Gay card. You know what? We can always buy him back later if I really want him. But I cannot hold on to that card. I just simply can't do it. I'll leave Jonathan Isaac in there for now. Although in this lineup, probably don't need him. And yeah, we're gonna put up this Rudy Gay after I shut the stream down. Makes me sad. I hate letting go of cards I really like. But we gotta do it. Because like you said, Sir Jam, his value's not going to get any better than it is right now. But guys, that is going to wrap it up for the Michael Beasley breakdown. I hope I gave you the information that you needed. To close it out, I will say in my opinion, he's a monster. He definitely is in the conversation with any small forward in this game, because I feel like the one thing that could really make him better is if he had Hall of Fame range extender. I would say he's end game, hands down. You can use him instead of anybody. But if you rely on playing in that distance with your KD card and you were to say downgrade to Beasley, I think you might feel it. Same thing with maybe an AK-47. You might feel like, I can play a little loosey-goosey with like a 99.3 and a Hall of Fame range extender. Whereas going to a 92.3 and a gold range extender, I feel like I have to be a little bit more conservative around the 3-point line. That would be the only thing that would be holding Beasley back. Everything else, handles, dunks, defensive stats. Obviously, you got to play the game to see how the card plays defense, but I'm hearing really, really great things. The size of the card, athleticism is off the charts. Obviously, we went through all of his handles. He's completely elite in that category, and he's elite out of the triple threat. His triple threat game is insane. So, yeah, that's going to wrap it up for Beasley. How much is Thon Maker going for? He's probably not going for much yet because he's still in packs. So I'm going to check and see if he's at 2,000. Oh, he's not at 5,500. He's 1,500. Oh, yeah. So this is Thon's price right now. So I would say if you were looking to profit off of Thon, definitely sit on a snipe filter, because I'm sure a lot of the community does not know how good he is. It's even debatable right now. I would imagine that if you're on the Thon filter for anything less than 2K, you are probably going to profit off of Thon Maker in a week or two, because Thon will probably have value for the rest of the game's life, because he's going to allow you to troll around a triple threat, quite frankly. If you go with an all-Ruby lineup of Thon, Jeff Green, and like Clay or somebody like that, Thon is going to be a monster, and there's not going to be too many Ruby cards that can deal with him, or Amethyst or Diamond for that matter. His game, I think if you know how to use Thon well enough, you can pretty much get a 3 or a dunk every time. If you're like really nice, and if you were in triple threat with him all the time, you're gonna get really nice. So that's gonna wrap it up as far as that goes. And all right, guys, thank you so much for rocking with me. Thanks to everybody in chat. So 5UCKK, El Rio, Dragon Slayer, Noah the Troll, Vincent Grenier. Yo, it's so great to see all you guys in the chat. I appreciate you rocking with me. Please hit the like button before you scram. And yeah, if this was helpful for you, feel free to share it to anybody who's thinking about picking up that Michael Beasley, who might need some help executing with him. Can we see Pink Diamond Terrence Ross anytime? Victor Buckets, I'm going to be honest with you. I think that card is so outdated that I don't see myself covering him. He just doesn't have the defense to hang with like the rest of the crew as far as the game goes. If Rudy's going for 50K or more, oh my God, he's going for more than 50K. I got to get rid of him. Sad days. Later, Rudy. You were wonderful to me. All right, guys. I will see you in the next one. Please like, subscribe, and peace.